Good morning students. In this video we will discuss about another important reproductive organ, that is fruit. And fruit biologically it is also called ripened ovary. Fruit is also called ripened ovary. It means after fertilization ovary transferred into fruit. After fertilization ovary transferred into fruit and ovule transferred into seeds. And the ovary wall, before fertilization ovary has a protective wall, that is called ovary wall. After fertilization the ovary wall transferred into fruit wall. This fruit wall is also called pericarp. Ovary wall transferred into fruit and ovary wall transferred into pericarp. And usually fruits are different types. Some fruits are called true fruits, some fruits are called false fruits, and some of them are also called parthenocarpic fruits. Parthenocarpic fruits. True fruits. What are true fruits? If ovary transferred into fruit after fertilization, then the fruits are called true fruits. In this kind, after fertilization ovary transferred into fruit, they may be fleshy, they may be edible or non-edible, but after fertilization ovary transferred into fruit, then fruits are called true fruits. And true fruits are again further classified into different types. The second one is false fruits. What are false fruits? If any part of flower other than ovary transferred into fruit, then the fruits are called false fruits. And the best examples for false fruits: apple, strawberry, and one more example is cashew nut. In apple and strawberry, thalamus store the food material and become fleshy. What is thalamus? Thalamus, it is the seat of flower where all floral organs are situated. In apple, if you observe the apple, this is the LS of longitudinal section of apple. If you observe the apple, and this is the edible part. The edible part develops from thalamus, and these are the inside the apple. If you cut apple and observe, there is a black seed-like structure, and these seed-like structures are true fruits. But in apple, true fruits are not edible. And which part is edible? That is thalamus, and thalamus is not over. That is one of the part of flower. So any part of the flower store the food material and become fleshy, then it is called false fruit. In apple and strawberry, the thalamus store the food material and become fleshy, and true fruits are not edible. It is true fruits may be edible or non-edible, fleshy or dry, but if ovary transferred into fruit, then that is called true fruit, and this is the false fruit. In case of cashew nut, also one of the part of flower, that is pedicel. So what is the pedicel? It is the axis of flower. Axis of flower is called pedicel, and pedicel store the food material. And become fleshy. And this is true fruit, and true fruit is not edible, but these seeds are edible. In apple and strawberry, thalamus store the food material and become fleshy. Whereas in cashew nut, pedicel store the food material and become fleshy. And such fruits, if any part of flower store the food material and become fleshy, such fruits are called false fruits. The best example for false fruits are apple, strawberry, and cashew nut. In apple and strawberry, thalamus store the food material, whereas in cashew nut, pedicel store the food material. And one more important thing is that in false fruits, false fruits are always associated with true fruits, or true fruits are associated with false fruits. Next, the third one is parthenocarpic fruits. If formation of fruits and seeds, fertilization, fusion of both male and female gametes is mandatory. But in some cases, fruits develops without fertilization. If fruits develops without fertilization, then such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits. Parthenocarpic fruits are usually seedless. If seeds present, then the seeds non-functional. And best examples: banana, grapes, and etc. So these are called parthenocarpic fruits. True fruits: if ovary transferred into fruit, true fruit. Any part of flower other than ovary, they are called false fruits. And if fruits develops without fertilization, such fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits. Now we will discuss the various types of true fruits. true fruits again classified into. True fruits are again classified into, or it is also called classification table for fruits. There are three types. Simple fruits. Some true fruits are called simple fruits, and some true fruits are called aggregate fruits. And next, third one is composite fruits. Composite fruits are also called, they are also called multiple fruits. And the difference between these three, simple fruits and aggregate fruits, they develop from single flower, and multiple fruits, they develop from an inflorescence. And if entire inflorescence develops into fruit, then it is called composite or multiple fruits. If a single flower, one flower modified into one flower, one fruit, then it is called simple and aggregate fruits. And what is the difference between these two? The simple fruits are always developed from syncarpus gynoecium. Syncarpus gynoecium means if carpels are fused, and aggregate fruits are usually they develop from apocarpus gynoecium. If carpels are free, then they develops into fruit, then they are called aggregate fruits. So simple and aggregate, one flower, one fruit. But in simple fruits always develops from syncarpus gynoecium, and aggregate fruits develop from apocarpus gynoecium. Then simple fruits are again mainly classified into two different types. Some fruits are called fleshy fruits. Fleshy fruits are also called succulent fruits. Then second type is called dry fruits. Fleshy fruits are various types. Fleshy fruits are various types. Berry, pome, pepo, hesperidium, drupe, baluster, and amphicerc. So these are the different types of fleshy fruits. And next, dry fruits. Dry fruits are again divided into three types. Dry, dehiscent. Some fruits are called dry. Dehiscence means splitting. Some fruits at the time of ripening, they split and liberate the seeds outside. And some fruits are called dry indehiscent. They do not split. And some fruits are called schizocarpic. These are the three different types of dry fruits. And these three different types again, various subtypes. Dry dehiscent, dry indehiscent, and dry schizocarpic again has different important subtypes, but some important types are dry dehiscent. Legume is also called pod. Next, siliqua. Next, silicula. And next, capsule. These are the some important types. Next, dry indehiscent are also different types. Caryopsis, Akins, Cypsilla, nut. And schizocarpic also various types. Lomentum, cremocarp, and different types. One more type is regma, and some are compound, some are there are different types. Regma. And aggregate fruits are also divided into further important types, but no need to discuss here. And composite fruits are again, they are again two different types. Sorosis and Syconus. So this is the classification table for fruits. And now we will discuss some important types of all these types. And firstly starts with fleshy fruits. So true fruits are again three types: simple, aggregate, and composite. Simple fruits are again fleshy and dry, and they have different types. And aggregate fruits and composite fruits. Composite fruits are again Sorosis and Syconus. And simple fruits again divide to fleshy and dry. What is the difference between fleshy and dry fruits? In fleshy fruits, at the time of ripening, in fleshy fruits, at the time of ripening, the fruit wall is also called pericarp, and this pericarp is differentiated into three layers. Outer layer is called, the outer layer of pericarp is called epicarp, and middle layer is called mesocarp and inner layer is called endocarp. At the time of ripening, in fleshy fruits, at the time of ripening, the pericarp is differentiated into outer epicarp, middle mesocarp and inner endocarp. And out of these three layers, at least one layer or two or three, total three layers, they store the food material and become fleshy. That's why they are called fleshy fruits or succulent fruits. But in dry fruits, the pericarp remains dry and it is not differentiated into epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. This is the basic difference between fleshy fruits and dry fruits. In fleshy fruits, the pericarp become fleshy. In dry fruits, the pericarp remain dry. And fleshy fruits are again various types. The first one is berry. And this fruit, a berry is developed. It is developed from bicarpellary syncarpus superior ovary. Bicarpellary syncarpus superior ovary. If berry develops from superior ovary, then berries are called true berries. If berries develop from inferior ovary, then berries are called false berries. But this berry is true berry. In this fruit, the pericarp is differentiated into three layers: epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. And best examples for berry is brinjal. Different examples. One example is brinjal. Next, tomato, grapes, a banana, date palm, etc. So these are the some important or familiar examples for berry. If you observe the fruit of tomato or brinjal, and the outermost, if you observe tomato, the outer red color is epicarp. It means in berry, the epicarp forms outer skin, and both mesocarp and endocarp, these two fuse to form pulp. This is the pulp, and inside the pulp many seeds are scattered. So many seeds scattered in the pulp. These are the many seeds, and this is both mesocarp and endocarp. Both meso and endocarp, they fuse to form pulp. And berry is characterized by many scattered seeds in the pulp. In banana, the mesocarp is not well developed and endocarp is well developed. And in case of date palm, there is single seed. In date palm, only single seed present, but berry is characterized by many seeds. But exceptionally in date palm also berry, but it has single seed. That's why in date palm, the berry is called single seeded berry. That is called single seeded berry. This is the first fleshy fruit. And second one is pome. Second fleshy fruit is pome. And this pome, it develops from multicarpellary inferior ovary. It develops from multicarpellary inferior ovary. And this pome, it is surrounded by, this fruit is surrounded by fleshy thalamus. It is surrounded by fleshy thalamus. The examples are apple and pears. Apple already I told you it is the false fruit, and this is false fruit, but they are the true fruits, and true fruits are examples for pome. And these true fruits are developed from multicarpellary inferior ovary, and they are surrounded by fleshy thalamus. And next, pepo. And it is developed, the pepo is developed from tricarpellary. It develops from tricarpellary syncarpus ovary. It develops from tricarpellary syncarpus ovary. And in this fruit, it develops from tricarpellary syncarpus gynoecium. And in this, the epicarp forms outer skin, and this epicarp, it is fleshy fruit. So the pericarp is differentiated into three layers: epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. And epicarp is very hard. If you observe the watermelon and other cucumber, cucurbita, the outer skin, the green color skin watermelon, the outer skin is very hard. that is epicarp. And this is the mesocarp. Mesocarp is it is papyri like. It forms separations, and here seeds are present, and this is the pulp is endocarp. The edible part of pepo is endocarp and mesocarp, and seeds present in endocarp. Example is watermelon. Next succulent fruit is Hesperidium. Next one is Hesperidium. Next succulent fruit is Hesperidium. Hesperidium, it develops from bicarpellary to multicarpellary, multilocular, syncarpous, multicarpellary, multilocular, syncarpous, superior ovary. And in this fruit, again, the pericarp is differentiated into 3 layers. And these 3 layers, again, if you observe the citrus fruits, if you observe the citrus juices, and this is the outermost skin. Pericarp forms outer skin. Epicarp. The outer layer of pericarp is epicarp, and this epicarp forms outer skin. And this outer skin is leathery. It is leathery, and it contains some oil glands. If you rub the outermost skin of lemon, then you will feel some oil like glands are present, and this edible oil present in epicarp. And if you cut the fruit and observe, there is a white papyri like separations, and these separations are actually that forms by mesocarp. And this is the endocarp, and endocarp is fleshy or edible, and it contains many edible airs which contain juice of citrus species. The Hesperidium fruit develops from bicarpellary to multicarpellary, multilocular, syncarpous, superior oval. Pericarp is again differentiated into 3 layers: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Epicarp forms outer skin, mesocarp is papyri, it forms separations, and endocarp contain many edible airs. The example, citrus species, and one more, brinjal also, since not brinjal, so Solanaceae family is also characterized by this Hesperidium, and in some cases Liliaceae also. The best examples for Hesperidium is citrus species. And next important fruit of fleshy types, that is drupe. This fruit is characterized by stony endocarp. This fruit is characterized by stony endocarp. It means the endocarp becomes very hard. And this fruit develops from bicarpellary to multicarpellary, syncarpous gynoecium. Best examples for drupe, mango and coconut. These are the 2 best examples. In mango, the pericarp in both mango and coconut, that pericarp is differentiated into 3 layers. Epicarp. In mango, epicarp forms outer skin, and mesocarp is edible. The mesocarp is edible, and this is endocarp. Endocarp is very hard. And it is stone-like structure, and it is called stony endocarp is present. So in mango, which part is edible? The edible part in mango, that is mesocarp. It is very, very important. And in case of coconut, young coconut, if you observe young coconut, the outermost green color is epicarp, and inner the leathery structure, and inside the brown leathery structure, that is mesocarp form leathery structure, and this is the brown color, rod like a hard structure, that is endocarp. So endocarp in coconut, epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp, these are not edible. If you break the endocarp, and inside there is white succulent part that is called endosperm. Endosperm is a product of fertilization. In mango, in coconut, the endosperm is edible. In these two, the endocarp is stony. So that's why drupe is characterized by stony endocarp. In mango, mesocarp is edible, whereas in coconut, endosperm is edible. Next one is balusta. And this fruit develops, balusta fruit is develops from multicarpellary inferior ovary. Hence it is called false berry. It is also called false berry. It develops from multicarpellary or bicarpellary, but usually develops from inferior ovary. And in this fruit, pericarp again differentiated into three layers. Outer epicarp. The epicarp is leathery and hard. And next mesocarp. Mesocarp forms separations, papillary-like structures, and endocarp also, it is also white papillary-like structure. But edible parts are seeds. Seeds are edible parts. And best example is pomegranate. In pomegranate, seeds are edible. That's why if you induced parthenocarp in pomegranate, then the economical value of pomegranate will decreases, because in parthenocarpic fruits usually they are seedless fruits. If seeds absent in pomegranate, then the edible part is obviously absent. That's why the economical value of pomegranate would decreases. And last fruit is Amphisarica. Amphisarica, it is characterized by stony epicarp. The epicarp is very hard. If you observe the bale fruit, or it is commonly known as wood apple, the scientific name is Mormulus, Eagle mormulus. And in this case, only epicarp is edible, except epicarp, all remaining parts are edible. It means mesocarp, endocarp, and seeds, even placenta. So all these structures are edible in case of Amphisarica. In balusta and Amphisarica, these two develop from inferior ovaries, hence they are called false berries. In balusta, epicarp is leathery, mesocarp, endocarp, papillary, and seeds are edible. And Amphisarica, except epicarp, remaining all parts, mesocarp, endocarp, seeds, placenta, all store the food material and become fleshy. So that's why all parts other than epicarp are edible in case of Amphisarica. For balusta, pomegranate is example. For Amphisarica, bale or eagle mormulus or wood apple is the scientific name. So these are the various kinds of false fruits. So these are the various kinds of succulent fruits.